Good morning, fourth grade online learners. It is March 25th, 2021, and we do not have the internet at school today. And it's some of us do. It's causing all kind of problems. I remember when we didn't even need the internet, but evidently we can't get through our day without it now. But I am able to make this handy dandy review video in the meantime. And you may notice some people behind me are getting markers and crayons because we're doing this the old-fashioned way. We're drawing pictures and learning from our pictures since the internet is down. But we have a quiz tomorrow, and it is on weather. And here are some terminology that is from your study guide that you can study for the quiz. Tropical climate. That is a hot and rainy environment. Think of like a rainforest, guys. When you're there, it's always hot, it's always raining. I mean, it sounds like a beautiful place to explore, but I think it would be very muggy, hot, and rainy. Altitude is the height above sea level. So the higher you go up a mountain, away from the ocean, that is altitude. Polar climate. This has very cold temperatures throughout the year. So we're talking about the North Pole, South Pole. It's never going to get very hot up there. Never. To be above freezing, I'd be surprised. So year-round, you're going to be hovering at freezing or much, much worse. Latitude, the distance north or south of the equator, and often we see lines for latitude. Climate, the average weather conditions in an area over a long period of time, and this is like over 10 or 11 years. So, you might have an extreme summer or an extreme winter, but if we average it all together for a certain area, that is that area's climate. Temperate climate, it usually has warm, dry summers and cold, wet winters. Main ideas, the climate around the poles of the earth are very cold. The climate directly below the poles on earth have warm summers and cold winters. The climate near large bodies of water are usually wet. Air masses that move over a mountain will bring an air to the other side. Dry air. So I know in Washington State specifically, the air comes in and it's kind of rainy on the coast, but a lot of times that weather doesn't make it over the mountains. So if you live at the base of the mountains on the other side of the West Coast, like in Seattle, Washington, if you get to the other side of those mountains, it's going to be very dry and good weather because the mountains stop the rain clouds. Air masses that move over a mountain will bring dry air. The higher that you travel up a mountain, the colder it gets. You often see snow-capped mountains. The climate near the equator is tropical. The farther away from the equator, the sun strikes the surface of the earth at more of an angle and the temperatures are colder. At low altitude areas, the temperature on earth is hot. So there it is, fourth grade online learners. Ellison, Ellison wants to share her picture before we sign off for the day.
My internet's working.
Okay.
Okay, we're still making a video. Ellison, tell us about your picture.
This is my picture, and this is the sun whenever the water evaporates, whenever it's very sunny. And then it goes into a cloud. The water vapor turns it to a cloud, and then it rains.
Let's give Ellison a big hand. Often people, when I give you a chance to draw pictures, a lot of people get done really quick, but Ellison took her time and did a nice job. So that might help her remember some topics for the quiz tomorrow. Make sure you have 3 journal entries and have a nice weekend. We'll see you briefly tomorrow before the quiz. Bye-bye.